Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support for when the divorce process has finished. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics related to post-divorce. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of life after divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello and welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorced. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we are going to delve into the topic that's both sensitive and important for many individuals, navigating the aftermath of a divorce. We're going to talk about grandparents' visitation rights once the divorce is final. Divorce is undoubtedly a challenging journey. I don't think I need to say that. And it affects not only the couple, but also the extended family. Today, we're focusing on the rights of grandparents to maintain a relationship with their grandchildren, even as the family dynamic undergoes significant changes. Now, it's important to note that laws regarding grandparents' visitation rights vary from state to state and even internationally. So you're going to want to look those up and you're going to want to become familiar with those. If you need to, talk with an attorney as well to find out exactly what grandparents' rights are. It is a complex legal landscape, but one that we're going to shed some light on, and it's often an overlooked topic after the divorce is final. So why is this topic so important? Grandparents really play a unique role and are irreplaceable in that role of a child's life. They offer love, wisdom, and stability. But what happens when a divorce disrupts this dynamic? Are grandparents entitled to visitation rights? In many jurisdictions, grandparents do have legal standing to seek visitation rights, but not always a straightforward process. Courts generally consider the best interest of the child, taking into account the relationship the grandparents had with the child and the impact of continued visitation on the child's well-being. But what can you do if you're a grandparent facing difficulties in maintaining a relationship with your grandchildren after a divorce? Communication is key. Reach out to the custodial parent, express your intentions, and attempt to find common ground. In many cases, an amicable solution can be reached outside of the courtroom. Of course, not every situation is easily resolved through the communication alone. Legal action may be necessary in some cases. Consulting with a family attorney who specializes in grandparents' rights can provide guidance on the specific laws in your jurisdiction and help you navigate the legal process. It's essential to emphasize that every family is unique. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. The emotional well-being of the child, the parents' rights, and the grandparents' rights must all be carefully considered to reach the outcome that truly serves the best interest of the child. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with some words of encouragement. Divorce is undoubtedly a difficult chapter in life, but it can also be an opportunity for growth and positive change. By maintaining open communication and focusing on the well-being of everyone involved, families can find new ways to support each other, even in the face of significant changes. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me using the information in the podcast description. Happy to help any way I can. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Tune in next time as we continue to explore topics that empower you to embrace the next chapter of your life. Until then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce, the podcast where we explore the emotional journey of rebuilding your life after a divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson. I'm a financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. We're going to look into a topic that many of us find challenging: handling emotions after the divorce is final. Let's face it, divorce is a major life transition, and the emotions that come with it can be overwhelming. From the relief of finality to the sorrow of separation, navigating this emotional terrain takes strength, resilience, and self-compassion. Firstly, it is essential to acknowledge that everyone's divorce experience is unique. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to handling emotions. Let's start with the initial phase, the aftermath of the legal proceedings. The ink is dry, the papers are signed, the divorce is final. It's natural to experience a mix of emotions at this point: relief, sadness, confusion. It's a complex emotional landscape. It's crucial to give yourself the space to feel these emotions without judgment. Next, let's talk about the power of self-reflection. After the legal dust settles, take time to reflect on the lessons learned from your marriage. What worked? What didn't? Understanding these dynamics can pave the way for personal growth and a healthier future relationship. Let's address the elephant in the room now: grief. Divorce is a loss, and grieving is a natural part of the healing process. It's okay to mourn the end of your marriage and the dreams that went with it. Give yourself the permission to grieve, and remember that healing is not a linear process. One crucial aspect of emotional recovery is building a support system. Surround yourself with friends, family, or a therapist who can provide a safe space for you to express your feelings. Sharing your emotions can be incredibly beneficial and helps prevent isolation during this challenging time. As you navigate the emotional aftermath, it's important to focus on self-care. Take care of your physical and mental well-being, establish routines that promote a sense of stability, and engage in activities that bring you joy. Self-care isn't selfish. It's a vital part of the healing process. Now, let's shift our focus to forgiveness. Not necessarily for your ex-partner, but for yourself. Holding on to anger and resentment can hinder your own healing. Forgiving yourself for any perceived failures or mistakes is a powerful step forward towards embracing the new chapter of your life. And lastly, let's talk about rediscovery. The end of the marriage is also an opportunity for a new beginning. Take this time to discover who you are as an individual. What are your passions? What brings you joy? Embrace this period of self-discovery as you embark on a journey to create a new and fulfilling life. Thank you for joining us on Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Remember, healing takes time, and it's okay not to have all the answers right away. Be patient with yourself, embrace the emotions as they come, and trust that you have the strength to build a brighter future. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out. My information is in the description of the podcast. I'm always happy to help. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we are exploring a topic that resonates with many of our listeners: selling the family home after the divorce is final. This is a significant step in the journey of rebuilding and rediscovery, and we're here to navigate it together. Being that divorce is a complex and highly emotional process, deciding to sell the family home can be a particularly challenging decision. Today, we'll discuss both the emotional and practical aspects of this transition and how it can be a powerful catalyst for a new beginning. Let's start with the emotional side of things. The family home is often a repository of memories and shared experiences. It's a space that has witnessed both joy and sorrow. As you consider selling, it's essential to acknowledge the emotions that arise. Take the time to reflect, to honor the past, and to recognize that it's okay to grieve the loss of this chapter in your life. To dive a little deeper into the emotional aspect, let's look at what the house meant. When faced, with a decision to sell the family home after the divorce, a lot of times it's like saying goodbye to a part of your identity. The walls held echoes of laughter, tears, and countless shared moments. It was an emotional journey. And having that farewell ritual, telling the house goodbye, final walkthrough, or a heartfelt letter could help you find closure and make peace with the decision. It is a difficult and significant change in your life. Now, let's pivot to the practical considerations. Selling the family home involves navigating the real estate market, making financial decisions, and perhaps even redefining your living space. It's critical to approach this process with a clear mind. Start by engaging with a real estate professional who understands the nuances of selling a home after a divorce. They can provide valuable insights into market trends, help you set up realistic asking price, and guide you through the transaction. In addition to seeking professional advice, consider the practicalities of the transaction. Take inventory of what you truly need in your next home. Downsizing can be liberating, allowing you to declutter both your physical space and your life. It's an opportunity to create a living environment that reflects your new beginning, a fresh start. Financially, selling the family home can be a strategic move. It provides an opportunity to liquidate assets, potentially reducing financial strain. It's a chance to reassess your financial goals and allocate resources toward a future that aligns with your vision. Embrace this opportunity to build a new foundation, one that is not tethered to the past, but is anchored in your aspirations for the future. Thank you for joining me on Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. I'm Mike Fulkerson, and should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out. Contact me using my information in the description. I'm happy to answer your emails or calls. And remember, divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Hello, and welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we are going to get into a topic that is often overshadowed by the emotional aspects of divorce, the tax implications. Yes, it might not be the most thrilling topic, but understanding the financial aftermath can be a game changer in rebuilding your life post-divorce. We're going to start with the basics. Once the divorce is finalized, your filing status changes. No more filing as a married couple. Now you'll need to choose between filing as single or head of household, depending on your situation. This decision alone can impact your tax bracket, deductions, and credits. Child-related tax matters are another crucial aspect. Who gets to claim the kids as dependents? This can be a significant point of contention. Generally, the custodial parent claims the child as a dependent, but it's essential to be clear on this in your divorce agreement. The right to claim dependents can impact your tax liability and potential credits. Let's talk spousal maintenance. In the past, the payer could deduct spousal maintenance payments, and the recipients had to report it as income. However, tax reforms in recent years have changed this. For divorces finalized after 2018, spousal maintenance is no longer deductible for the payer, and recipients don't need to report it as income. It's a shift that can have a significant financial implication for both parties. Now, when we look at the division of assets, it's not about who gets what. It's about the potential tax consequences. Selling a home or other appreciated assets can trigger capital gains tax. Make sure to consider the tax basis of each asset and consult with a tax professional to develop a strategy that minimizes your tax liability. Transferring retirement accounts should also be approached carefully to avoid unnecessary taxes and penalties. As you navigate this financial terrain, it's crucial to update your withholding and adjust your financial plan to reflect your new circumstances. A significant life change like divorce can have ripple effects on your overall financial picture. And being proactive about managing these changes can help you avoid unexpected tax burdens. In conclusion, my advice to those going through a divorce is to seek professional advice. The tax code is complex and everyone's situation is unique. A tax professional can help you navigate the specific implications of your divorce. Stay informed too, as tax laws can change, and it's essential to be aware of any updates that may affect your situation. That wraps up today's episode of Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. I'm Mike Fulkerson, your host, reminding you that understanding the financial landscape post-divorce is important in building your new life. Should you have any questions in regards to today's topic or other financial planning issues, my contact information is in the description. Feel free to reach out. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, all the best. Welcome to Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce, the podcast that empowers you to navigate life's transitions with grace and resilience. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson. I'm a financial advisor and a certified divorce financial analyst. And today we're going to look into a crucial aspect of post-divorce life: updating your wills, trust, and beneficiaries. Divorce is a significant life event that brings about a multitude of changes. And while it's important to focus on emotional healing, it's equally important to address the practical aspects of your new beginning. One such aspect is your estate planning. First and foremost, let's talk about wills. Your will is a legal document that outlines how you want your assets to be distributed after your passing. If you had a will in place during your marriage, it's likely that your ex-spouse was named as the beneficiary or executor. Now that your marital status has changed, it's probably time to revisit and update your will to reflect your current wishes. Consider who you want to inherit your assets and possessions. Are there children from the marriage? Perhaps you have new beneficiaries in mind, like siblings, close friends, or charitable organizations. Updating your will ensures that your wishes are clear and legally binding. Next up, let's talk about trusts. If you and your ex-spouse had a joint trust, it's crucial to review and update it. A trust is a powerful tool that allows you to specify how assets should be managed and distributed, often avoiding the lengthy and public probate process. You may need to establish a new trust or make significant amendments to the existing one. Consult with a qualified estate planning attorney to ensure that your trust aligns with your current financial situation and goals. This step not only safeguards your assets, but also provides clarity for your loved ones. Let's turn our attention to the beneficiaries. Beneficiary designations on accounts such as life insurance policies, retirement accounts, and bank accounts supersede the instructions in your will. If your ex-spouse is listed as a beneficiary, it's pretty significant to update these designations promptly. Contact your insurance provider, financial institutions, and retirement account administrators to make the necessary changes. Naming the right beneficiaries ensures that your assets go to the individuals or organizations you intend, avoiding potential legal complications down the road. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that the process of updating wills and trusts and beneficiaries after a divorce is vital to your journey. And you want to move on. It's about taking control of your future and ensuring that your assets are aligned with your current values and relationships. I want to thank you for joining us today on this episode of Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me. My information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. And remember, you have the strength to create a bright and fulfilling future. Take care and embrace the possibilities that lie ahead.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.